certain other things like the functional group. So what do you mean by a functional group? Okay, a group of compounds having similar properties and having a similar group attached to them. There is a straight carbon chain which is attached to a specific group, and this group is responsible for deciding the characteristic properties of such group of compounds. Okay, so it's a carbon chain linked to a particular group which decides the properties, of the group. Okay. So, like this we have lot of functional groups. There it can be right from alkanes to it can be hydrocarbons. In the hydrocarbons also alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. Okay. There can be, if it is OH, this is called alcohol. Okay, it is CHO is aldehyde. Okay, a C double bond O is ketone. Okay, a COOH is a carboxylic acid. Okay, COOH is a carboxylic acid. Like that, a lot of functional groups, and NH2 is an amine. Okay, SCN is a nitrile. So, like that, lot of such groups are there. Having these functional groups decides the major properties of those group of compounds. So, these are this is what we mean by functional groups. And of course, there are alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, and all those things among the hydrocarbons, which also are different functional groups. Okay. So, now let us see what is homologous series. Homologous series, as the name itself says, it is a series of compounds having a general molecular formula Okay, so they are having a general molecular formula, and each member of the group, each ascending member, we can say, each ascending member differs with each other by a CH2 group. Okay, each ascending member differs with each other by a CH2 group. Example is, you can say alkanes. Alkanes have a general formula of CnH2n plus 2. Okay. So, the successive members, first is methane, CH4 is methane. Okay. Then C2H6 is ethane. So, like that it goes. Each member adheres to this formula, CnH2n plus 2, and each member differs from each other by a CH2 groups. So, we have alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, in even haloalkanes, all this they belong to the homologous series. Then IUPAC naming of the compound, naming of organic compounds. Okay, it can be named, can be in either in trivial name or in IUPAC name. What is IUPAC? IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemists. So they have brought out a set of rules for naming of IUPAC, naming of compounds. Say for example, if you take typically in alkanes, the naming of alkanes, in name you can say the first member CH4. This is if it is only one carbon is meth. Okay, if there is one carbon, it is meth, and two carbon is eth. So this is meth and methane. Okay, one carbon is meth, two carbon is eth, three carbons are prop, four is bute, five is pent, six carbons are hex, seven carbons are hept, eight carbons are oct. They start with this thing oct, and nine carbon compounds are non. Okay, then 10 is dec, 10 carbon is dec. Okay, then if it is 20 carbons, it is icos. Okay, icos. Say for example, if there is a 20 carbon this thing of C20 and H42, see it is called icosane. C20 C20H42 is icosane. Okay, and if there is 30 carbons, it is triacontate. C30H62 is triacontate. Okay. So depending upon the number of carbon atoms, the prefix meth to eth, all those things will be there, and depending upon the functional group, the name will be ending with that functional group, or in some cases, it will start with the functional group and end with the relative compound. We have now seen the naming of some of the straight chain compounds depending upon the number of carbon atoms if they are in a straight chain. In case if it is a branched chain, naming the branched chain, naming the branch chain compounds. Now let us do it with an example so that you can follow it easier. Say for example, we are having a compound like CCC. Okay. So like this, if it is there, so if you have a compound like this, the first and foremost, before naming this, we have to identify, the first thing is identify the longest chain. Identify the longest carbon chain. So which is the longest carbon chain in this? If you take this, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 and 6. Whereas if you take here 5, 6, 7. So the longest carbon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the longest this thing. So 7 carbon chain. Okay, this is the longest chain. So now for any longest carbon, so if it is a seventh carbon, we know this is an hept. And since it is a alkane, heptane. So this is a heptane. So now how to name the others? We have to see others are all branched. So at the fourth position there is a branch. And say for example, if you happen to have a CH3 here, for example, if you happen to have a CH3 here, then it becomes, if you take a small change in this existing compound itself, so that there is a CH3 here. So how to name this? Now there are two branches. One is at the fourth position there is a branch, and in the second there is a, the second also there is a branch. In the fourth position there is a branch, that is CH2, CH3, and in the second position there is this thing. And you know the CH3 is methyl, and CH2, CH3 is ethyl. Okay, so this is ethyl. So which has to be named first? Is it the methyl has to be named first or ethyl has to be named first? Ethyl or methyl. Between this, we have to name first ethyl because the branches gets preference, branches naming gets preference alphabetically. So between ethyl and methyl, E is alphabetically before methyl. So E is alphabetically before methyl. So ethyl has to be named. So this becomes 4-ethyl, 3-methyl. Okay, if it looks like that, it will be fourth group. There are two this thing. So 4-ethyl, 2-methyl. Okay, 4-ethyl, 2-methyl. But then, if we name in such a way, this is 4-ethyl. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a long carbon. So we have named them as heptane. Okay, and this is fourth group. There is ethyl. To the second group there is methyl. So, but this is wrong. Alphabetically, ethyl comes first and methyl comes this thing. But then ethyl should be in the least carbon. Ethyl should be in the least carbon. So it is in the fourth carbon. And the second is methyl. Okay, so then we have to even renumber in such a way. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I am writing it down below. To understand the difference, I am also rounding. This is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. So even the numbering of these carbon atoms are to be changed in such a way, the alphabetically correct ethyl comes in the least carbon. And the alphabetically this thing methyl comes in the carbon which is more than the fourth carbon. So here, luckily 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ethyl is correct. Okay, 4 ethyl is correct. And then it should be 1, 2, so 6 methyl. 4 ethyl, 6 methyl. So this is the right name. So 4 ethyl, 6 methyl heptane. Okay, 4 ethyl, 6 methyl heptane. So I will write this in a full this thing here also. This is 4 ethyl. Heptane is wrong and this is right because it has accommodated the same. So in case if there are two carbons here, two methyl groups here, the same compound having CH3C, C, CH3, CH3, S2C, CH, CH2, CH2, CH3, and then CH2, CH3, then it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this compound will be at the sixth position. There are two this thing. So this is 4 ethyl 6 dash dimethyl heptane. Okay, 6 dash dimethyl heptane. So we have to follow these things, and the naming is always better, easier if we do an IUPAC name, because there are standards, and then depending upon the number of carbon atoms and the functional group. Number of carbon atoms are 7, so hept, and the functional group is a saturated hydrocarbon, so AN. Okay, and then substitution wise, ethyl comes first, so even numbering for ethyl should be the first. And if there are two carbon atoms attached to the same this thing, we make them as 6 dash dimethyl heptane. I hope you are able to follow. These are the procedures we follow this thing. And in case if the functional group is different, depending upon the functional group, the name is going to be changed. In case of alcohol, it will be a different name and all those things. Okay.